Here's another object that I've set up with scripting. It's this fire pit here with these sticks and things in it, and we've got a fire emitter and some nice heat haze that's set up with the script. And let's open up the Lua file and take a look at that. We're creating a light and a couple of emitters, and we're also loading this fire sound. And then down here in the update loop, we just adjust the color of the light. Now, originally when my original thoughts on scripting was that I didn't really see the point of it, because it seemed like it was just kind of a way of working around having to use Visual C++ or another language. And you know, I honestly wasn't really a big fan of it to begin with. But there's a couple of pretty big advantages that I'll admit that I didn't see them at first. I think what the real value of this is where we right away we start off programming on kind of a per object basis, instead of kind of struggling with the structure of the main program. If you look at the heat haze tutorial, it takes quite a bit of work to set that up, and in here we can just you know, an artist can just copy a text file, and with just a few small changes they can have this working all the time. And this is built on top of this interpreter application that has all the bloom and other effects built into it, so you can just turn them on and off. So it just kind of it skips all the structural setup, and it just puts us all on the same page immediately. And another big advantage is it makes the programming modular. A person can just post a new model with a script, and everyone can download it and plug it into their own programs, and it will just work in everyone's programs. And because the way that that entities are loaded and set up, and the way they communicate, you can pretty much mix and match components without, you know, in a much easier way than you would be able to if you were compiling this all into a big C+ project, or even a Blitzmax project. One thing I found was even in my own projects, once they get to a certain degree of complexity, it gets to be kind of painful to work with them, and you really have to set them up carefully and think very carefully about how you want things to communicate with each other, especially when you get to components like AI and other gameplay issues. So I guess what I started thinking was, you know, sure, it's possible to set all this up in a C+ project, but if something is so difficult to do that nobody wants to do it, then what's the point? So I think this I think the Lua scripting is it's a big advantage, and like I said, it just puts everyone on the same page immediately, so we can start programming things on a per entity level, so you can get straight to things like programming enemies or artificial intelligence, or in the case here, just a simple visual object with a sound and a light attached to it. And like I said, I can just zip this up in a zip file, post it on the forum, and everyone else can incorporate it into their programs instantly. So I'm really looking forward to what we have in store in the near future, especially using Lua scripting. And I think this will be really interesting. I think this is going to open up a lot of possibilities for us all.